After being held up at the main gate, the horses from Shipton Lodge finally arrive. The unloading can begin. First, the hay and feed from Shipton Lodge are loaded.
Peter's working up the load order, which horse he wants on which side of the aircraft. The vet has done his inspections to make sure that he's happy and that the brands and microchip match the health certificate, and he'll give the all clear to load, but Peter will decide what order he wants them on the actual stalls.
As with the loading into the truck, the colts come off first.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
So we'll pick our best guy to take the stallion off the truck. I believe the stallion has already flown before. I think he has been on flights before, shuttling when he was a bit younger. So we'll take him off and very calmly we'll just put him on and he can have his hay and happy days. We've kept the girls away from him so he doesn't get too excited.
So we've got a thoroughbred stallion just come out of the truck there, Keep the Faith. He's an 18-year-old stallion heading overseas to finish out his career as a breeding stallion. Giving him a bit of extra room. Stallions tend to be very dominant. He's gone on there okay, and the boys are just making sure that the stall is locked into position. He's loaded on, he's got his focus on a bale of hay in front of him. So yeah, hopefully he'll relax. He's had a little bit of a sedative just to take the edge off, and he'll also have some Vicks put up his nose so he can't smell other mares on the flight. We'll make sure he's positioned on the aircraft well away from the mares, and hopefully he's pretty relaxed throughout.
With the stallion, the last to be loaded, the horses can now be taken to the plane. The transport is now hours behind schedule, but the team must still be careful with their precious cargo. The horses are slowly and meticulously taxied to the waiting plane. The horses will be flown on an Airbus A330, a wide-bodied cargo freighter.
So this is the main deck, and then they put freight on underneath in the belly of the aircraft as well. At the front of the plane there's the cockpit with the pilots on board, and then there's a little crew compartment for the grooms that are travelling with the horses. We obviously have to stay in our seats for takeoff and landing, but once we've levelled out, the grooms will come back down and they'll spend a bit of time with the horses, making sure that they've got food and water right through the journey. The pilots will keep this area of the plane very cool to keep the temperature of the horses at a relaxed level, probably around 12 or 14 degrees, but we want to keep this part of the plane nice and cool for them. On the main deck of the aircraft there's rollers going all the way through, and that's what they use to partition the horse stalls. Down the back we're going to put the stallion right down at the end of the plane, and then the other stalls will come down the middle tracks all the way through to the front. So we'll have 9 stalls going all the way through to the front position.
Although he was the last to be loaded into a crate, the stallion will be the first to be loaded onto the plane.
That's the only way they can have it. What do you mean he's the wrong way? No, they can't put there's not enough room on the aircraft.
It's the other way round.
What, facing the front?
They can't, the other way round.
In the speed and confusion to get the horses on quickly, the stallion has been loaded on backwards. And while Cameron and Peter discuss the positioning of the stallion, the horses continue to get loaded onto the plane.
Well, we need to make it so you want his head facing that way.
The transport is far behind schedule, but the team have no choice. They must offload the horses and turn the stallion's crate. To do this, crates already loaded must be taken off. With the stallion on the right way, the other horses can be loaded again.
Thanks, Evan. Good man.
After being in transit for more than 12 hours, the horses will now enjoy the final leg of the trip, the 8-hour flight to the Philippines. The team are tired, the horses are tired, but they've made it.
Kaya nga, naawa ako sa sito. Uy, ayun na po.
The horses are ready to start their next adventure.
Whoa, very nice.
Transporting 9 prize horses from Australia to the Philippines is an extreme animal transport.